He's a good friend of mine. He's one of Pittsburgh's fastest rising comedians. Please put your hands together for my friend, Tim Ross, everybody.
Arcade, what's up? How you guys doing? That's what we got? I'll give you another chance. How about my beard? I have a pretty sweet beard. You get a lot of weird reactions when you have a beard like this. Like a lot of times girls will come up to me. Did you just point at his fake beard? He goes, hey, girls would talk to you too if you had one. But yeah, girls will come up to me and they'll be like, I like your beard, can I touch it? I'm like, that's how the game works. I happen to like your boobs. And then she slaps me on the face, and I'm like, technically you touched the beard. Come on, tit for tat. People assume a lot of things because of the beard. People think I smoke a lot of weed, mostly because I look and sound like I smoke a lot of weed. One time I was working in a gas station, and this guy came in so incredibly high. Listen, have you ever seen someone that is so high that it looks like they're walking through oatmeal? Just like... You're going way faster than me. Oatmeal. And he comes up to the counter and he goes, hey, man, you smoke herb? Herb is a weird thing to call marijuana. I've never been making a pot of spaghetti and reached for my spice rack like, this could use some weed. Although I have been smoking weed and been like, this could use some spaghetti. I don't smoke very often, but I did recently get high with my 16-year-old cousin. It's okay, he brought the weed. He's the bad influence on me. And we're sitting on my back porch, and there's a neighbor down the street yelling at her child. And my cousin mumbled the greatest thing. Because you see, the woman was just yelling one word over and over again. She was just standing on her porch going, now! Now! And my cousin goes, it's my money and I want it. Now! That's great. I occasionally, once or twice, got high with his older brother, too. Apparently, they're good at being funny when they're high, because his older brother, who I call my gangsta-ass cousin, because he's a gangsta-ass, he looks at me while we're... Oh, we got spillage. Are you just losing your crown? Well, your night's fucked up. You're fine, you're fine. But so I'm smoking with my cousin, and he looks at me and goes, hey, Timmy, yo, you look like Paul Bunyan, but the bigger version. I was like, what? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He goes, nah, Paul Bunyan fit in a book. Can't argue that. It's great. I think my favorite beard reaction is when people come up to me and they're like, nice beard, man. I like your style. I wasn't aware that negligence was a style. You like this, you're gonna love the Dorito dust handprints on my thighs. Part of my summer collection called, I don't really wash these jeans. Not a fan of grooming in general. I hate going to the barber because I never know what to tell the haircut lady. Also, call her the haircut lady. She's like, how do you want your hair done? I was like, yeah, I was looking at your menu. Think I'm gonna go with adult. Seems like that would suit me more than child or senior citizen. It's crazy, like ladies, you can take a picture of a celebrity you want your hair to look like. I should just take in a picture of me when my hair was shorter. Make me look like that guy. Except thinner. It's great. They always throw measurements at you too. They're like, what do you want, like an inch, 3/4 of an inch? Well, due to certain circumstances, I never figured out how long an inch actually is. It's my hair right now, like 8 inches? Oh, you guys got it. That's a dick joke disguised as a haircut joke. Old incognito dick joke. Oh, that's great though. I'm broke right now. Is anybody else broke? I tell that joke in Pittsburgh, 1 or 2 claps. I did that joke in Cleveland, the entire crowd. Like, yeah, you're in Cleveland. Why are you here? It was great. I'm so broke right now that I'm completely unaffected by the charms of car commercials. Like, it's the new 2000. I don't care, I can't afford it. Now with heated leather seats, pull them out of the car, I can't buy your seats. It's crazy, I don't even have a bank account right now. I ran into this little problem where I overdrafted my account, and then I was like, well, guess I'm done with banking. Oh boy. I grew up broke, which is good because it prepared me for what I'm going through now. My family was on the WIC program, Women, Infants, and Children. They give like families like bread and juice and milk until their kid hits 5 years old. Coincidentally, my little sister, 5 years younger than me. My sister wasn't a mistake, she was a juice acquisition plan. My dad was like, juice is running out, and my mom was like, better get to fucking. It's crazy, being broke, one of the best days was when you got to go to Kennywood, which was awesome, the one day of the year when you got to go. But it was crazy for me because all of my friends were just trying to hook up with girls. And I'm like, I don't understand. I just want to ride these roller coasters. So I'd walk up to them and I'd be like, hey guys, you want to ride the Steel Phantom? They're like, no, man. We're trying to get these girls wet. So Raging Rapids? I mean, you go on Logjammer. Logjammer doesn't get you nearly as wet as Raging Rapids does. Are you groaning at a water ride? Did you have a bad experience on the Raging Rapids? Oh, that was her I get it noise. I've heard that once or twice. I get it, it's a double entendre. I went on tour recently with a couple of guys doing comedy. I know, big shot. This tour dropped me off in a Sheetz parking lot so I could get picked up by my mother. Big shot. There was a guy and he was sitting in his car window. He goes, hey man, in a Sheetz parking lot. And I was like, yeah. He goes, you on Facebook? Well, weird question, most of us are. It's not an exclusive club. And he goes, are you a comedian? I was like, yeah. And he goes, you're funny. Thanks. You had to ask if I was a comedian before you could verify that I'm funny, but so he looks at me, and I went to high school with this kid, and his friends start pouring out, and he's like, hey, you guys remember this guy? He's a comedian now. He's big time. As I'm about to put a bag into my mother's car so she can drive me to my mother's house where I live. Big shot. Thanks for the echo. But yeah, I went on that tour recently, and while I was on this, the guys on the tour were giving me a hard time about jokingly bragging about my Twitter followers, which is ridiculous. There's no way I'm gonna brag about how many followers I have on @TimRossComedy. If you're on Twitter, just @TimRossComedy. That's ridiculous. They tried to sully my name by making me look racist on Twitter, which is ridiculous. They would say things like, @TimRossComedy is racist. Which couldn't be more wrong. I'm so not racist that I can't even eat a bag of jelly beans without feeling bad for setting the licorice ones aside. I'm like, it's not because they're black, I just don't like their policies. Seriously, I'm so not racist, but as a little thought experiment, do you guys want to see what I would look like if I were racist? Yes. Very much so. That's it. Here's another silent joke for the radio. Birthday, would you like to assist me on this joke?
Oh, yes, you would. Yes.
All right, don't take it too far. Calm down. But I'm gonna need you to set up a knock-knock joke. This is my impression of Anne Frank being told a knock-knock joke.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead, set it up.
Knock, knock.
It's because the Nazis were after her. So I was a weird kid growing up. That's a shock, huh? I used to always imitate things that I saw in movies. My biggest inspiration was Bruce Lee. Used to love... Welcome. You can hear my joke about Bruce Lee. Used to love copying his moves. I did that until I was old enough to figure out it was cardio. Nobody? That's the first time everyone was like, wait, oh, he doesn't like to exercise. I get it. Seriously, if you want to have a good time, give a fat white kid a Bruce Lee DVD and see how sore he is the next day. I'd do jump kicks up onto my bed. Try to go to sleep that night, the springs would be popping through the mattress. Let me explain for the thin people. Fat people mess beds up. The show Roseanne should have just been her and Dan shopping for mattresses. One more thing real quick. I was especially weird in like middle school and elementary school because I had to go by my first name, which is Philip. And Philip sounds like the kind of name you immediately want to punch in the face. And one time, a bully found out how my name was spelled. And he comes up to me and he goes, PH, huh? That's not Philip. That's Pahilip. Do you answer a call on your Pahone? Which I thought was a clever retort. But he had the awesome comeback of punching me in the face. Touché. I'm laying on the ground crying. He's like, that's what you get. I was like, don't you mean to hat's what hat you get? You made that rule. All right, thank you guys. Shannon in the doorway. I do not see Shannon. All right, I'll give you guys one more short joke. Well, Shannon's coming out. Heard on a song on the way here. The chorus kept repeating, we are family. I was like, that's bullshit. According to Stouffer's frozen lasagna, I'm a family. Appropriate response. All right, thank you guys. My name is Tim Ross. We're going to go ahead and get your next comedian up here.